You're live with Woke News, the news hub for socially conscious youth. We're going to be talking about the papal visit today. Hey guys, how you going today?
Good.
Yeah.
Would you all mind just sharing a little bit about your experience?
Thoroughly enjoyed the mass and the youth meeting. I thought it was incredible. And he was so close. It was excellent.
He came off as a very approachable pope, and when the previous pope was around, we were a lot younger, so we couldn't really relate to the pope as much. But I think he made himself very human.
The people there, it was such an amazing environment. Everyone was just full of love. Everyone was so happy to see him. So yeah, it's just definitely like something I remember forever.
We've never had a mass in that size before. The ICC and the amount of effort put by everyone and just to make it such a big deal for him to come, which is actually a huge historic moment, and to be a part of it was absolutely amazing.
Were there any criticisms about his visit here?
There were some issues with the questions there. It was just handwritten by the congregation and just sort of filtered through on stage by the Pope. He definitely mentioned a few questions that were sort of written down, which sort of got him a bit riled up, but he responded in a very appropriate manner.
You know, his program was really packed, and due to his health, he couldn't do a lot of it. So I think had they kept that in mind and potentially just done the one mass in the one location with everyone there, because, you know, I think a lot of people relied on the fact that he was going to other churches for masses, but when they were cancelled, they got a bit upset. But they had done this one huge mass on Saturday, which unfortunately didn't have as many people as, you know, I thought it was going to have.
The person being arrested, have you all seen this video?
Yes.
What were your thoughts?
I heard an eyewitness account that she was asked to leave, and she said no, and then they told her that the police were looking for her to leave, and just as they were telling her, warning her to leave, the police came, and that's when she started to get really defiant, and apparently she tried to kick one. You can see in the video itself that she's decided halfway through her legs don't work anymore, and so they have to forcibly remove her. So that is their job. We can't take away from that. It's a matter of national security, and if something happens to the Pope on Australian soil, that looks badly on the government.
Leading up to the police coming in and sort of asking her to leave, was it necessary? Like, had she done anything to be asked to leave up until that point? You know, she may have been posting some things leading up to the week on Facebook that are questionable, to say the least, but does that warrant an arrest? Was the police necessary at that point?
The police were there. The police were present. There was police everywhere.
Yeah.
So had she been asked by security to leave and she hadn't left, then the police would have been called.
But why was she asked to leave by security?
Look, I don't understand why she was asked.
I got this one, so I started looking into it, and I found Christine's Facebook and sort of the things she's been saying, and I found her video of what happened after. So the police had perceived one of her Facebook posts to be threatening, so she'd been informed prior not to go to the meeting. So police were set up specifically to look for her and tell her to ask her to leave, and then they did, and she resisted, and that led to the arrest.
I saw the Facebook post. None of them were.
I agree, but that was sort of that was the
become more
communication.
erratic. Look, if you have erratic behaviour and you can't figure out how this person is going to behave or the actions that they're going to have next, like, Lord knows, over the last couple of weeks, everyone's just been looking at the post thinking, what on earth is happening here?
I saw a video of, I don't know, a family friend or something explaining the story, and it's totally different to what everyone else is saying. So we have no idea we don't know what the true story is.
But couldn't we say that perhaps her bark is worse than her bite? That she was not actually a threat to the Pope, but she hides behind a screen?
It's a police issue. If they perceive someone as a threat, their duty is to guard the public. It's not the public's duty to guard the public.
Wrong, but it was said that the bishop asked security to go and remove her, so they perceived her as a threat, not the police.
The bishop's reply was, "This is our beloved daughter. We don't want to take any action against her. It's a shame that it happened, and hopefully we can all move on." That was the vibe that the post gave me.
Yeah, I'm actually a friend of Christine's, and it happened with the actual arrest. Again, we can't see the full picture, so we don't know what's happened. I feel like a church is a space for everyone, and especially troubled people should be welcomed with open arms. But again, if there's security at risk, then perhaps.
I'm John Micheal.
Bishoy Hanna.
Jacob Wahib.
Anastasia Attia.
Stephanie Livera
And Monica Mikhail.
Thanks guys for listening to Woke, and